upper bounds and lower. So again, upper bound, a small repetition. Call option, put option. Call option should always be less than equal to stock. Put option should always be less than equal to strike. And it was a lower bound. Call option should always be greater than equal to stock minus strike. Okay. So they have given something here for European options. This is with respect to European options, which we see as on today. So S minus X into 1 plus R RF whole power T. This is the case. And put option should always be more than the strike minus stock. That's what they say. Okay. So this was the topic yesterday. We generally use the terms S minus X for simplified way to understand. Okay. We understood that the call option should always be less than the underlying asset. Otherwise, it is better to hold the asset rather than taking call option. I gave you the example of a school. If we take a form of 4.5 lakhs and admission is for 4 lakhs, better to take admission rather than taking the right to take admission for 4.5. Even though we don't take admission, we only lose 4 lakhs rather than paying 4.5. Otherwise, if we exercise, it costs us 8.5. That doesn't make sense. This one, if at all a stock we have and it can fall to zero last, the maximum loss can be only the stock's own value. When we take a put option for 200, let's say, and we want to buy a stock of 100, paying 200 for buying 100 doesn't make sense. Instead of that, you buy 100 directly. Okay, the stock. So paying 200 to buy a stock at 100, and what maximum gain it can give if it falls? 100. Okay, so for a maximum gain of 100, doesn't make sense to pay 200. Okay, it is better to hold the stock. Otherwise, what happens? You took the put option, right? You paid the premium, and the gain which has come to you is 100. So again, you're at loss. Doesn't make sense. Nonsense. Yeah, if it is available for $10, of course, we will take the put option, excise it, and take the gain home. So if the call option is available for 20, no seller will sell at 15. Doesn't make sense. Something of worth 20 cannot be sold at 15. Why? Why will someone sell something at loss when he can make gain? Let's say a stock is of 100, strike price, it goes to 120. So the value of the call option is 20. Call option least should be of this much worth, not less than this. If it is less than this, what will happen? If call is available for 15, you can take the call at 15, excise the call option, buy the stock at 100, costs you 115, sell the stock for 120. You make a 5 rupees profit or gain, risk free. Okay. That gain, why will someone give you when they can make it? If it is exactly fairly priced, so you take the call option at 20, buy the stock at 100, excise it, 120. No gain, no loss, no arbitrage profit. That's what. Same, something which is worth of 20, the put option. If it has got a value of 20, no one will sell for 15. Doesn't make sense, right? So this is what we have discussed now today. The next topic, what we're going to do is identify the factors that determine the value of an option and describe how each factors affect the value of option. So how all these factors affect the value of option, we are going to discuss today in detail and with all examples. So there are some key factors that affect option value are stock price, strike price, You can put it as X or K, your wish. Time to expiry. Volatility. Denoted by standard deviation. Interest rate. Dividends. So these are the factors which are going to have an impact on option price. Whether the call option price is increasing or decreasing, or put option price is increasing or decreasing, will be, that means you pay some price to buy an option, right? That gives you a right to buy an asset in the future. So whether the price what you're paying for that option will increase or decrease in the future depends upon all these factors which I have mentioned on the screen. Okay. Stock is nothing but the current underlying asset. Price is nothing but the fixed price in the option to exercise the option. Maturity, fluctuations, volatility, interest rates, you know what is that, and dividends. Let's take the stock price. First option. What happens? See, let's say the strike price is 100 and the current spot price is 110. So call option gives you the right to buy the stock at 100, right? And if you exercise the call option, you instantly get a value of how much? Value of the call option 10. Imagine, imagine. So this has given a value for you of 10, right? Yes. What happens if the underlying value increases? What happens if the underlying value increases? Yes. If it becomes 120, it creates even more value for you. So as the stock price will increase, the call option value will increase. That's what they say. For call options, the higher the price of the underlying, the greater its exercise value and the higher the value of the option. Okay. Conversely, the lower the price of the underlying, the less its exercise value and the lower the value of the call option. So what happens if the stock price increases, call option value increases. If the stock price decreases, call option value decreases. If at all you the stock price is 70, it is out of the money. You won't exercise. So value of the call option is zero. It is worthless, right? So if the stock price increases, call option value increases. If the stock price decreases, the call option value decreases. Next point. This was with respect to call option. Now, what about the put option? What happens in the case of put option? We will understand that also. Next. So stock increases, call increases. Let's say strike is 100, stock is 120. So in case of put option to sell, you'll sell at 100, something which is a 120. It is worthless for you. So if the stock price increases, the put option value decreases. If the stock price is 70, spot price, of course, it is creating value for you. Value of the put option is 30. So put option value increases. Okay. So I can write the final conclusion. I hope you understood here. The more the increase in the stock price, always, let's say if it goes from 120 to 150, the value of the call option becomes 50. It is increasing. So stock price increases, call option value increases. Stock price decreases, call option value decreases. So call option value is, speculation. If underlying value increases, call option value increases. So conclusion, stock. We'll make a table. We'll make a table, factor, call option, put option. If stock price increases, call option increases, value increases, put option value decreases. Vice versa. If stock decreases, this increases. Okay. strike price. Give me a second, please. So we'll take up strike price. Let's say strike price is 100 and stock price is 150. Value of the call option is what? 50. Imagine if the strike price is 120. If the strike price is increasing. So value of the call option is just 30. So what happens if the strike price increases, call option value decreases? Okay. In the same way, if the strike price is going even less, that's like it's becoming 80, it creates more value. So strike price decreases, call option value increases. Let's see in the case of put option. Strike is 100, stock is 90. So what happens? If the strike price is, what happens if the strike price is, let's say the stock is, okay, we'll give stock is equal to 120. The option is worthless, right? So strike price is less. The put option value what? Put option value what? Increases or decreases? Decreases. If the strike is more, the put option value increases. If the strike is, let's say, 100 and the spot price is 50, okay, the value of the put option is 50. So here the strike price is high. High, how much high? 50. So if the strike price is high, the put option increases. Okay. Let's say if I drop the strike, if I decrease the strike price to 80, the put option value becomes 30. Previously, when the strike price was 100, spot price was 50, the value was 50. When the strike price is 60 and the value spot price is 50, the value is 10. So when the strike price increases, the put option value increases. When the strike price so here increases, increases, decreases, decreases. Okay. So when the strike price increases, the value of the call of when the strike. So conclusion, strike price increases, value of the call option decreases. Strike price decreases, value of the call option increases. And in case of put option, I already told you, if the strike price is 100, the value created was 50. If the strike price is, it's not, like decreasing, the value created is even less. Okay. Let's once have a look to this. So if the strike price is here higher, let's say spot price is 50, strike price is 60. Just gave you 10 value. If the strike price would have been 70, would have given you 20 value. If 80, 30 value. So as the strike price is going on increasing, your put option is going on increasing because it's creating more value. One thing I would like to tell you, why the prices of the premiums, what you're paying, or the prices of the call and put options are high. See, call option price will be high when call will create more value for you. Anything which creates more value for you will be charged more for that, right? So if something is creating a higher value for you, it will not be available for cheaper price. Let's say a simple example, why to go that forward? There is a lottery which is giving you 10 lakh price. Of course, the ticket will be worth of 10,000 almost, right? But if a particular lottery is giving you 100 rupees, will you pay 10,000 for 100 rupees lottery price? You'll pay just 10 rupees for 100 rupees lottery price. So as the value is increasing, definitely the prices will be high. So if the call option, if it is creating more value for you, higher value for you, the price of that option will be high. That's what. So as we are saying, the strike price is going on increasing, the put option is going on increasing. So we'll put a conclusion to this. Strike price. If increases, value of the call option decreases, but it increases the value of the put option, right? Next. So again, if it decreases, value of the call option decreases, value of the put option increases. And if it decreases, value of the call option increases, value of the put option decreases. Third one is time to expiry. What about the time to expiry? Let's see a small example. See, option is more about, what? Potential, not about certainties. The point is, more time available for you, more chances of the prices going upwards or in your favor. Less time available, less time if it is available, we can't predict that it can have more chances to increase. See, if at all we are taking an option, a 6 months long option, you got more time, so more chances of that going up. Okay, maybe the excise value, if you excise the option tomorrow itself, the premium you are paying is 10. Let's say it's creating a value of 2 rupees for you. The time value is 8. Okay, intrinsic value plus time value. But as the time will progress, the intrinsic value will be going on increasing, the time value will be going on decreasing. Fine. Why? Because with more and more time, the value of the option will become more. Okay, so that will increase the intrinsic value and time value will be less. And last, entirely it will be intrinsic value. Understood? So you are paying a higher time value because because more time is left over for you to more gains expectation, or to get more gains. So we'll write some points here. So what I will say, if the time to expiry increases, the call option will give you more value, and also put option. Because either way, this can, if the prices go up, call option gives you benefit. If the prices go down, put option gives you benefit. And maybe if you stay for, if you hold it for more time, okay, the option, maybe what you're expecting a higher gain from either of the options, you can get it if you hold for long time rather than holding for less time. So both call and put become more valuable. Suppose you have a call option, I'll put it here, and it's 100, strike price is 100, and it is OTM, out of the money option. Stock today is 95. Today, option is out of the money. What happens? But if the expiry is 1 day away, it's probably worth zero, right? Next day, if one day is there for expiry, value is zero because you won't exercise the option. But if they give you 3 months time for expiry, what happens? It may go extra 5 or it may go to 10 or 20, whatever. So it may create value for you. Let's say it goes to 120. It creates value for you. That's it. More time, more value for both call and put. Okay. So if this increases, value increases for both. If it decreases, value decreases for both. Okay. There's a positive relationship. Next comes volatility. What happens in case of volatility? Let's say stock A movement is it is the strike price is, let's say, 100. It moves downwards to 95 and moves upwards to 105. So maximum gain, what you can expect from this? 5, right? Yes. So if at all the range is between 95 and 105 and the volatility is, let's say, 10%, let's say maximum gain will be 5. Okay, you can buy the stock at 100, sell at 105. But volatility increases to 40%, let's say. So I increase the values and strike price of 100. Let's say the movement is still 140 and the movement is 60. See, now you'll be having a doubt. Sorry, if it goes down. See, if it goes down, you won't exercise the option, only premium loss. If it goes up, it can create a maximum value of this. When the movement, when I keep the movement between 60 and 140, see, the maximum value it can get is 40, right? If you can buy at 100 and sell at 140, 40. What does it show? What does it show? If the volatility is more, the call option is giving you more value, and also put option, right? More volatility, more chance of getting higher value, because put option you won't exercise if it goes up. If it goes down, it is giving you 40 here. If it goes down, it is giving you 5 here. So in either cases, call option creating 5 value, call option creating 40 value, higher volatility, higher value. Put option creating 5 value, put option creating 40 value, higher volatility, high value. So if volatility increases, both the option value increases. Interest rates. See, this interest rate case is very, important case to understand, and very, people get confused even with this. What happens? See, call option, and then is put option. What does call option give you? Right to buy at strike price, right to sell at strike price. What happens in this case? See, when you take a call option, you buy in the future, not today. Okay, if the strike price is 100 and there is 6 months available, you will buy after 6 months, right? And today you have that cash available with you, because option has given you the time to defer buying. What has option given you? The opportunity to defer this buying. Instead of buying the stock today itself, you are buying the stock after 6 months. Since you're buying the stock after 6 months, you have the cash with you today, which you can invest. And if the interest rate is 0%, so after 6 months also it will be 100 only. Let's say I put it for 1 year. If the interest is 0%, after 1 year also the value is 100. But if the interest is increasing 10%, what is happening? From 100 it becomes how much? 110. So value of 10 created, right? This value of 10 created. Now you have 110 with you after 1 year. And the call option you can exercise at 100. So 10 you keep with yourself. And if the stock has gone to 150, it is giving you more 50 value. So 60 value created. Yes. Only because call option has been exercised after 1 year, after 6 months. So today you had the cash, you invested, and you got some good returns. So that shows the call option value increases. If the interest rate increases, call option value increases, right? Let's say if the interest rates were 10% and it has gone to zero, you would have earned 110, but you're earning only 100 now. So what happens? It is creating less value. If interest rate is decreasing, it's creating less value. So if interest rate decreases, call option value decreases. Now, put option. See what happens. Put option is, option to sell in the future, right? So you will get that cash in the future of 100, right? Yes. So that cash, let's say, if that cash you would have had today, or let's say, this is the future cash, right? You'll get in future, right? You'll sell. See, here you need to buy. You'll buy in the future. So today, whatever the money you have, you invest. Here you need to sell. Sell at what? 100, and the money you'll get in the future. If the interest rates are 10% increased, what happens? If you discount it to present value, 100, 1.10. And if the interest rates are 5%, if you discount it to 1.05, what happens? 100 of future is worth how much today? 90.90. In this case, if the interest rates are 5%, 95. So what do we understand? If the interest rates are increasing, less value created with more discounting. More discounting, less value. Less discounting, high value. So if interest rates are high, put option value decreases. If the interest rates are less, put option value increases. Understood? So that money, whatever you are receiving in the future, if you'd have got that money today itself, you'd have invested that. And with higher interest rates, you would have earned higher money. But uh, you are losing that money because you are receiving the cash in the future. So higher interest rates are not, this is second way of understanding. Higher interest rates are not creating any value. Higher interest rates are losing more value for you because it is creating a opportunity cost or lost income. For example, 100 you are receiving after 1 year. If you have received today and at the rate of 10%, you would have got 110 in the future, right? And if the rates are increasing, you would have got 115 in the future. But what is happening? Since the money is not with you today, you will receive in the future, you are losing higher income with higher interests. So higher interest, higher income lost. So put option is creating less value for you because more losses of income in case of higher interest rates in put option case. So when more value, more income is lost, it creates less value. Less value, the put option value decreases. Another way to understand. The first way was also very simple, and the second way is also very simple. Money not received today will be received in the future. If you would have received today, higher interest rate benefit would have taken, but you're not able to take that benefit. So that higher benefit is lost here. Higher benefit lost, like less value created. So put option value decreases. Benefits. Now what happens? See, If I speak about dividends, okay, what happens in case of dividends? If I think about it, see, when the dividend is paid, the stock value, what, it decreases. Why? Because the retained earnings go into the net profit of the year goes into the retained earnings, and from retained earnings the dividends are paid, and it will decrease the stock value for you. Okay, so what happens if at all strike is 100, stock is 150, dividend of 10 is paid, it decreases the value to 140 and in turn decreases the value of the call option. So what can I give the conclusion regarding dividends? If the dividends are paid more, if the dividends are paid more, here the dividend paid is just $10 and the stock is decreasing to 140 and the value is 40. If the dividends are paid 30, let's say 150 minus 30 is 120. 120 minus 100 is 20. So if the dividends are higher, the value of the call option is lower. Why it is lower? Higher dividends create less value in case of call option, because when the dividend is paid the stock value decreases. I already told you the reason how. Retained earnings go, the net profit goes into retained earnings. Retained earnings is a part of equity and there you pay the dividends, and when you pay dividends the equity decreases. Okay, the stock value definitely gets impacted, affected. So when the dividend is paid, higher dividend is paid, less stock value, less stock value, less call value, less call value, less value created, the value decreases. And if they pay less dividend, the value increases. Instead of paying, 150 is the stock price, 10 is the dividend paid, strike price is 100, 40 is the value created. 30 is the dividend paid, the stock becomes 120, 20 is the value created. So here, with higher dividends, less value created, with lower dividends, high value created. In case of put option. So what happens? Let's say there is a put option, strike price is 100 and the spot price is 110. They are paying a dividend of 50. Let's say 50. The stock value comes to what? 60. And it is creating higher value in case of put option, right? Put option value increases. Why? Because more value created. As the stock price is decreasing, it creates more value. For example, why to go in why to go that far? 100 is the strike price. The spot price of the stock is 90 today. So it is creating a value of 10. But if say they pay dividends of 20 minus 20, it goes to 70. The value created is how much? 30. So value of the put option increases if the dividend increases, decreases if the dividend decreases. Okay. If the dividend increased, yeah. If the strike was 100, stock was 90, dividend paid of 10, 80, value is 20. Dividend paid of 30, 60, value is 40. So if the dividend increases, the put option value increases, decreases. I just proved the case here. I can just put it once again. Strike is 100, stock is 90, value is 10. Okay. Now, till now, dividend is not paid. Let's say dividend of 10 is paid, 80, value is 20. Let's say dividend of 30 is paid, 60, value credit is 40. So higher dividends, more value. Lower dividends, less value. So all these particular topics are covered. And if the cost is increasing, let's say it's a commodity which you want to purchase in the future. Okay, as you know, the time progresses, the storage cost increases. And if it increases, the value goes high of the underlying. So if there are benefits of holding, okay, I will not go to it. Benefits are done. Positive storage cost make it more costly to hold an asset. We think of this as making a call option more valuable. So if the cost increases, the price increases because it becomes more valuable. You get more value in the future. Okay. And if call option value increases with storage cost, put option value decreases. That's what. This is the end of the chapter. Tomorrow we can start with, see, put call parity theorem. I have already explained in one of the videos, but I haven't explained the topic called put call put call forward parity. That I will explain in the next class. See, I was about to take 2 sessions today, but I came home very late. And after coming, I got a news that my own uncle, mom's elder brother, has been, he was going on his scooter, has been hit by a cow very badly. And then he is also, you know, already is a very high diabetic patient. And because of that, he has to get admitted in the hospital and dialysis is going on. So we have to go to hospital right now. Otherwise, I would have taken. So tomorrow we will take up, not a problem. Fine. We will take up the put call parity, put call forward parity, and last chapter. This is the only chapter left over. And any more chapter, if you want me to explain Hepzibah, you can let me know. Other chapter videos are available. For example, this is the one which we are going to do tomorrow. Put call parity, I'll give you a brief explanation, a brief detailed explanation. We will take up this one tomorrow, not a problem. This one in one class, this one in one class can be done. Or 2 sessions, I'll take up 2. No problem. This is done. This is done. Okay? Thank you.
Okay, sir.
Yeah, yeah.